Simon Banza is now in the club and he's going to be helping us get the Liga Portuguese SBC Squad Foundation player done a little bit easier. This 88 rated Squad Foundation player is actually quite nice. Obviously you've got 59 days to complete him, so you've got a little bit of time to actually get him done. And honestly, I really wish that they'd kind of stop with them blue flares, because that looks like Team of the Year, and I cannot wait to see that animation maybe once or twice throughout the whole thing, but that is going to be worth it. He does look quite a nice card for how much he is. French, obviously a 4-star, looks pretty good. We did go over him in the objective that we're about to finish, so if you have missed them videos, go and check below. And if you do enjoy the content today, make sure you do drop that like and subscription. Let's get into it then. So Banza is 6'2". He is a 4-4 high-low with the work rates, and he is right-footed. He is, 96? Okay, not bad. Injury prone is the only trait he's got, and he's got some good pace. Obviously shooting wise looks pretty solid. I think the agility balance could definitely do with some work, which we could imagine, due to the fact that he is 6'2", that he may have some sketchy such animations. He was a 72 rated, so he's had a massive upgrade. Obviously he's got the physicality. I think without even looking on Footbin, yes, engine is the way to go for him, because obviously we've already got quite a bit of shooting, to be honest. His finishing's 92, position in 94. We know that that engine's going to be the one, so let's stick him into the team and put the engine on him. So with the engine applied, this is what we get from him. Obviously we get that lovely +5 on the pace, taking that to 93. We end up 78 passing, which he's already got quite nice short passing, so an extra 5 is lovely. Bit of curve, bit of vision. Obviously crossing, not really too fussed about. It is mainly that agility balance going up by +5 and 10, taking it to 88 and 89. And then he obviously gets that +10 bonus on his dribbling. So let's not leave any more waffle in there. Let's get straight into Banza. Looking for that 1-2 with Everton. It's Decore taking the ball off him. Really should be doing better. I was hoping that that red pick was going to kind of serve a little bit of a purpose in this one. Banza laying in Rafa. Love to see it. Obviously Rafa got himself into the Squad Foundation trio. What on earth was that? Oh, that's lovely turning from him. Tries with the acceleration, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. Obviously, kind of being 6'2", I was always expecting maybe not necessarily the greatest body type, just because he's kind of come from a silver already, and they are notorious to obviously have that sort of silver mentality, which sometimes is a thing. Again, sometimes you can get players that just naturally have a very good animation, bronze, silver or gold, but when it comes to these upgrades, sometimes you just cannot take that risk in terms of expecting the kind of better out of them. So far though, I feel like he is, by all accounts, a nice card. He's got a very good overalls. I just kind of need to find that opportunity where we're through on goal to really kind of hammer home some and see what his finishing truly is like. There we go. Got the defender chasing. Banza should have that pace. He's got the right foot on him. Going to take a shot from here, and he finishes it with absolute cool collectiveness and just a big old whack. The good thing with Banza, oh my, beautiful. Absolutely stunning finish. But like I was saying, the good thing about him is you can whack balls into him, and he's got the height to chest them, head them, do whatever. He's got the strength and the capabilities, so that should always be a big plus in his side. And so far, finishing pretty good. A little bit of dribbling. Little bit trying to find that inside, goes for the finesse with his outside, and unfortunately, or in fact his weak foot, not his outside, but unfortunately not quite gonna kind of hit on that one, unfortunately, with him. Rolls it into him. He's going to go with a little chip across, gets the volley. Everton with the finish. You love to see it, not just scoring but also assisting. So far he seems to be quite a nice hold-up striker, and obviously we had a look in the video with how to complete, I think it's Yuri, I want to say you pronounce his name. Another great ball in from him. Not quite the finish, to be honest, but we had a look at the strikers in the Liga NOS, and to be honest, there isn't really many as of yet. Not a huge amount of specials to kind of make anybody worth looking at, to be honest. And normally it's kind of team of the season where you really start to find some of them little strikers that can really kind of put some numbers up. But right now, I really don't see anybody that's really tasting anything amazing at the moment, other than obviously this guy, to be fair to him. Oh, he's absolutely seen it past everybody. Oh, and it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He gets his finesse in, manages to assist, score. Honestly, not a bad guy. Obviously against opponents with the same sort of caliber of teams, so I can only expect when he kind of goes against the big lads that it's not necessarily going to be as easy, but to be fair to him, I'd say he's quite a nice striker. Feels very nice in terms of his agility side of stuff. I feel like that engine's doing an absolute work on him. That definitely is the chem style to go for, in my opinion. With his finishing already, if this is the base, I don't think necessarily that you need anything more than that, to be honest. That's a solid ball. Oh, I've gone for the big chip. I thought the keeper would have came out way before then, but he did kind of hold off. We might be able to get a... Oh, nearly. But in terms of kind of as well, the SBC price for me, I think what, 70k I think he's coming in at, an 83 and an 84 rated team. 2 team of the weeks required, which to be honest, again, we have them in absolute abundance just from all of the team of the week packs kind of club stocking. So for me, I think that is an absolute ease, but it is just nice to be able to kind of get one done for relatively cheap. 83s and 4s should be one of the easiest squad builders you could actually do. Anything above, I think, then takes a little bit more work, and I can understand with kind of Nero's being that bit more expensive. Brazilian winger, obviously got some 5-star skills. You're really looking at a very talented lad, whereas there is always going to be French strikers, and this is not going to be the kind of last one I can imagine. But also 4-star, decent league, to be honest. I really don't think Liga NOS is awful. I feel like you could definitely make a kind of a squad out of them, and especially at some point already having 2 of the seasonal objectives or storyliners plus 1 from the very first kind of season, then obviously having the extra cards now for squad foundations, you can really start to make a decent team out of them. So I really don't think this guy is completely useless at all. Gonna go for that chip. That useless in terms of him, useless in terms of me. 2 different things. Oh, it's a lovely little bit of skill. Doesn't necessarily manage to pull it off fully, but he does give the attempt. We're not going to get there. We're not going to get there first from that corner. I feel like the heading opportunity as well from him is going to be quite nice also. So let's whack a ball into him. Oh, it's Vendel going for it this time. He's got an absolute drill on him. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with his keeper, but that was an absolute drill and a half. Didn't expect it to actually beat the keeper, to be fair. I was looking for more of a loop, but manages it. Oh, he's just stung by... Oh, we went... Again, we need to remember, I think I say this in more than enough reviews now, don't just do 1 ball roll. 2 is always needed. Little ball roll. Inside, and almost. Get that pace. Got Dumfries chasing, who should really do well here. There it is. Oh my god, gets the rebound. Lovely. Just tips up nicely for him. Another fantastic goal. Very calm and collective. Again, a little bit botched. There is kind of an element of luck in that goal particularly. Obviously, if it doesn't bounce back nicely to kind of his stronger foot, then fair enough. But in terms of there, he's in the position. He's got the pace there to absolutely floor Dumfries, who, again, isn't necessarily the slowest player in the world. So going into the overall for Banza then. So if we are looking at him here, obviously he's coming in at about 78k, 66 on the PlayStation, 77 on the PC. And like I said, in terms of it, 2 informs, 83, 84, 75 chem, 70 chem. Really not that bad at all. In terms of kind of him in general, solid, absolutely solid. I was kind of a little bit worried that he might have that kind of silver animation. Personally, I don't think he did. I think he has obviously got a bit more of a stiffer kind of animation in terms of a striker. He's not quite as fluid as you'll see some of the top gold cards use. Personally, Lewandowski and Haaland are 2 very good kind of comparisons. Power, strength, obviously fantastic shooting, and a bit of dribbling. In terms of what they kind of produce is the same, but you kind of feel that little bit more of a fluid movement when it's kind of running through the ball, and it's getting really technical because we're talking seconds, if not fractions of a second in terms of movements. We're not talking like you can physically see a massive delay in turns, but you just know that sometimes there is that kind of brief moment where you're like, if we were just that fraction of a bit faster, he'd have got there, he'd have got the shot off, he may have been able to touch the ball to turn it to the different way. That being said, for how much he's costing, I really think he's a solid card. Obviously, if we look at the Liga NOS in general, we're starting to now get a really good collection. I think the squad foundation is an absolute massive improvement to last year in terms of actually giving not even necessarily massive rated cards. Like, I know we've got Banza in terms of the 88, but in terms of these cards, they're just very nice to have in the kind of the bulk of them, not just having 3. And yes, we're only getting an extra 2, but that's absolutely massive for this sort of league that doesn't necessarily get huge upgrades. Yes, obviously Liga NOS, we've got 2 rule breakers, we've got some team of the knockouts, but in terms of kind of everything else, the informs are low. We're looking at kind of gold rares, gold commons of the lower variety of rating, whereas now we're starting to get some good players in the squad already. Normally it was team of the season we were kind of waiting for. We may have got thrown a bone here, there and everywhere in these minor leagues, but now they're actually going full send with them, and I'm really enjoying it. I think most definitely this card is a fantastic little SBC. You've obviously got 59 days to do it, so use your untradables, use your fodder as quickly or as long as you'd like, because most definitely this guy is worth the wait. He is a fantastic striker, and he is going to hopefully be used in any sort of a French objective if you don't have an Mbappe or Ben Yedder, or in a Liga NOS objective, and make your life 10 times easier. Honestly, the striking kind of element from Liga NOS is really not it yet, so this guy is going to make it so much easier. In terms of kind of rating wise, if I was looking between him and the likes of Ben Yedder, Mbappe, if you were looking at like a Ginola as a striker, if you're looking at Lewandowski, Haaland, you're looking at Werner, I think he suits in quite nicely with a few of them. I'd probably be putting him in the kind of high end, maybe not necessarily top tier, which is understandable. I think that is fair enough. I'd be looking anywhere between an 8.5 to an 8.7 with this guy. I think the SBC is fair. I really can't ask for any lower. I think that is a very good SBC. The upgrade is brilliant, really nice. A plus 16 on his overall with a very fair rating across the board. Obviously the incredible shooting gives me that extra balance and agility, because I don't need to necessarily put it on that shooting. So I think for me this card's coming in quite nice. A 91 overall with the engine. Let me know down below if you're going to be completing him, and let me know how good he is for you. But other than that, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you do like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Pieces.